So I could stay up here and keep babbling, but that's not what you guys came here today for, right? You guys came here today because you want to see our best and newest phone yet, the OnePlus 6T. So a lot of speculation what's inside and what's under the hood, so why don't let's jump in and take a look. So we have this traditional OnePlus, we just put the specs up, right? And if it's from us, you can probably expect it's going to be maybe the best spec sheet that's out there. But for us, it's not about the specs, right? For us, what it's about is how we put it all together into a single product and what the actual user experience is. And that's actually what really matters, not the specs themselves. One of the things we're most excited about today is we're bringing you a feature that really, to us, represents burdenless, okay? And so as screens have gotten better and everybody's gone to a more immersive, this industry's gone to a more immersive screen experience over the last year, one of the trade-offs was obviously loss of the home button, right? And so over the history of smartphones, that was the way a lot of people access their device, right? It was the most intuitive way to access a device. And about a year ago, across the river in Brooklyn, when a lot of you guys were with us when we introduced the 5T, we introduced a rear fingerprint sensor and a face unlock, which was fastest in the industry, right? And everybody was really happy about it. But today, we're really excited because we're advancing and announcing our newest upgrade yet, something we're calling Screen Unlock. All right, so for us, what it's about is it's technology that feels natural, right? And that's what we're trying to get to. And probably technology, it's at its best when you don't really notice it, right? And so here's something actually I don't think we've never told this story publicly, but actually on the 5T, we actually looked at this technology. And we were really excited about it, and it was cool, right? And it worked, okay? But the difference is we didn't put it on the 5T last year because it didn't match the user experience that we expect of ourselves. It didn't match the responsiveness and the speed. Worked fine, but we didn't put it on. And now we're excited because really today, with the 6T, it's ready, okay? And so we'll talk to you a little bit in terms of what's behind this technology. And it's not just some little module that sits under the screen. It's actually a pretty intricate approach in terms of hardware, software combination that's all working together. Basically, the way it works is when you press on the screen, it emits light, and the light reads your fingerprints, okay? And what's different about this technology is the bar is higher to do a fingerprint read, basically. To get this done really, really, really right, the sensors had to be really, really accurate on this. And so we're also proud to announce that OnePlus is actually the first company that's going to be launching a smartphone with in-display fingerprint technology in the United States. But, it's not about being first for us, right? We're proud of that, but what we're really, really proud about is that we're introducing this technology at the level of user experience that we expect of ourselves. And that's what we're actually really proud about, from us. So how fast? All right, so, but again, and this is the whole time it takes in terms of when you press on the device to totally go through the entire process and unlock the device. So, and it's also been developed with a self-learning algorithm. So basically over time, as you guys get a chance to play with this, it'll actually get a chance to learn your fingerprint. It'll get quicker and more responsive. So we're excited about that. So the next question from you guys that I know is going to come is secure, right? And so actually we're proud to announce that we're using the dedicated trust zone on the Qualcomm 845 to store your fingerprint sensor just on the device. And also we've tested this device with Visa, MasterCard payment entities. We've also gone through Google's authentication payment system for Android Pie to secure it to make sure it's secure. And it's as secure as the fingerprint sensor on the 6. So it's fast and secure. So we're proud of that. So the next thing, screen, okay? Screen unlock's not the only new thing when it comes to screen on the 6T. So our approach on screen is, since the OnePlus 3, you guys may remember, is we've been going with trying to only get the best AMOLED screens. And we believe this has been the right approach because every time we talk to you guys on a new device, the feedback we get on display it continues to be positive. And we're seeing across the industry that more and more people are going to an AMOLED-only approach. And so I think we believe we're doing the right thing. So this is our most immersive screen yet. You can take a look right here, 6.41 inches. What else we got? 402 pixels per inch, and so we're very, very excited about this. We believe we found the approach that gets the right kind of display calibration for everybody. So on the 6T, there'll be 5 calibration settings. Back to the theme of immersive screen. So that, smaller notch. But actually what I think is even more interesting to us is also chin got smaller, okay? And this is why this is actually interesting. So we reduced the size of the chin, but this is what we're actually most excited about. So if a lot of you guys are interested in knowledgeable at tech, you know that within the chin that's where the antenna performance lives, right? So our engineering team's actually been able to do something pretty impressive where we've actually improved performance on the antenna. Design, okay? So design is a subject that, you know, we get asked a lot about and what's kind of the philosophy behind design. And I think on the 6T, we're really happy with where it landed in terms of the approach, especially from an all-glass design approach that we started on the 6, and we're carrying forward to the 6T. At launch, the 6T will have 2 variants, mirror black and midnight black. We're excited about that, but what I wanted to do is maybe take 1 minute to talk about design philosophy itself, because this is something people ask us. And it's, first one, slim and light, okay? So a lot more is going into smartphones, right? A lot more is being packed into them. But for us, we're trying to design a profile and device that feels great, looks great in the hand, and stays slim. Because we've gotten feedback from you guys that matters. Second is when it comes to like round, you know, the edges on a device, there's probably a couple different philosophies that maybe different companies use. One is maybe a soft or rounded approach, and maybe you can think of some devices that are like super hard angular edges, right? So for us, we're just trying to get to the best design, and that can borrow from either, and so for us, we're not going to adhere to any particular philosophy. We're just trying to get to the best design overall possible. And then third, which I think we're most proud of, is materials, okay? So no matter what smartphone you have right now, they're made out of the same thing, right? Plastic, aluminum, and glass. And so for us, what it's really about is the attention to detail and what you do with the materials. So we're proud in terms of where we've landed on the 6T with design. All right, camera. So this is probably the one area I think you guys are probably pretty curious to hear about, okay? So OnePlus fashion, let's do the specs first, and then let's talk about what really matters. So the hardware on the 6T, similar to what we have in the 6 at night. So what our team's been working on is, over the last 6 months, is something we're going to call Nightscape, okay? And basically, Nightscape involves 2 major improvements. The first one is an HDR algorithm where basically we self-developed and we're really proud of. And basically, camera team took this from a scientific approach perspective, and they wanted to develop a way that would enhance the quality of low light photos taken in dim light. Second thing is, and it gets back to the ease theme I talked about earlier. So with most cameras, if you're trying to take a low light photograph, it's probably going to take maybe up to 5 seconds to capture the photo. With night mode, different. Should only take 2 seconds to capture that photo. All right, so a lot of you guys are great and you upgrade every single time to a new device, but I know a lot of you guys have the 6 and you're probably like, should I have waited? But what's important to note is Nightscape is, I think of this as something that represents community, right? It's feedback from you guys, it's going into product, and that's important. And so we're excited to announce today that Nightscape's going to be coming to the OnePlus 6 starting later this week. All right? That's important. And something new on the 6T we're introducing is something we're calling Smart Boost, okay? And we're excited about this because it's really one of the examples of OnePlus hardware and software working together in a way to bring stronger performance. And to sum it up, it is a bit technical, but you guys will probably get this, is it's basically, you guys know RAM reads faster than ROM, right? So basically what we're doing is we're using RAM for ROM, okay? So to think about the most intense applications and gaming applications, that's what this is geared to. Performance, another subject for us has been charging in battery, right? And so I think for us, from a performance standpoint, we've always felt very good about our charging technology, and that doesn't change, and we believe we deliver the best user experience in terms of charging. But have some news today on battery. So on the 6T, we'll be introducing a battery that's 3,700 milliamps. And so 23% better battery life. And all right, so software, that's the other side of the performance story. And for us, we believe software matters a lot. So I'll give you a little preview of software on the 6T. Airplane mode. just like in real life, the plane takes off. But in all seriousness, software is actually the area that I think you guys know we take really, really seriously. Something that they've been working on that we're excited to introduce to you guys today is something we're calling Full Screen Gesture 2.0, and this is something the team's been working on. So we've spent a decent amount of time with Android P already, and it's pretty easy to work with, right? But the FSC team has spent a lot of time getting down, tweaking, optimizing every single gesture to make it faster and optimize it, to make it absolutely as smooth as possible. So we're pretty excited about this because we believe Full Screen Gesture 2.0 is going to be the best, smoothest, fastest gesture experience there is. So we're excited for you guys to get a chance to try it because it's something we're really, really, really proud of. A couple additional things that you'll see is Google Assistant. So small little things that we pay attention to. We're getting to the end here. So the big, big stuff, okay? Told you guys to hang on till the end, okay? Now, the second question you guys are all wondering is, all right, we put some new technology into this, right? Everybody's always wants to know price. So, all right. So one news is we've upgraded the base model from a 6. The base model will now be a 6 gig 128 storage option, and this is the price of the other versions. Okay. And most important for you guys here in the States and in Europe, launch will start later this week, November 1st, 9 a.m. T-Mobile exclusively, and at OnePlus.com.